Encyclo is a search engine for meanings and definitions that publishes word lists from various sources. You can use it in your plurilingual classroom since it's available in English, German, French, and Dutch. You can change the language here, and you see German, French, and Dutch. Let's see how it works. You may simply search for a word. Let's say, for example, your classroom wants to understand the meaning of the word viral. So you input the word viral, you hit search, and you're going to find a number of different sources. The first one, for example, if you click on it, redirects you to a page where you're going to find viral as the solution for crossword puzzles. And we're going to go back to this in a moment. If you continue scrolling down, you're going to find the different definitions of viral, therefore making your students understand that viral is a word that may refer to something caused by a virus, or it may refer to what we know as something that spreads very easily on the internet. So let's say, for example, you decide to open this source from medicinenet.com. You click on it, and then here you're going to find a glossary called pharmaceutical info. So on this glossary, you go down until you reach V, and you're going to find the definition of viral. And also maybe you may decide you want, here it is. Maybe you decide you may decide that you want to use the glossary for other types of exercises. Now, if we go back and we click on the second option, it's called category. You're going to find glossaries and word lists in different topics. Let's imagine, for example, you want to click on the sciences one. And here again, you're going to find a range of glossaries that you may use in your classroom or print out to do various activities with your students. Now let's go back again. And we have a third option, which is called begins with. This option is very useful if you're carrying out an activity in the classroom that involves guessing words, for example, a crossword, and your students have a word on the tip of the tongue, but they can't quite remember what that is. So, for example, let's click on word ends with, and your students kind of remember that the word ends with al. They can't put a finger on it. So here, they also know that it's a 5-letter word. So they're going to search for, again, if the word they're looking for is viral, and they know that it begins with V. If they check here, vinyl, viral, vital, vocal, they have a number of options, and by clicking on each option, chances are they're going to find what they're looking for. Now, the last option that I mentioned before is the crossword option. In the crossword option, your students can look for clues as they are, or again, they may look for a word by using dots to replace the missing letters. For example, in the case of viral, you can do this, and then you're going to find a number of words that satisfy the pattern, and again, chances are your students are going to find what they're looking for. There is also another option, which is the option anagrams, and here your students can generate anagrams. For example, let's write the word silent, and here it's going to display all the anagrams of silent, and you can use this to create a number of games for your students or with your students. Finally, let me also remind you that there is an option called Word Game, where your students, either as a classroom or alone, you can assign this as a homework where your students can do some crosswords on their own or with their peers. I hope this video was useful and that you can find a good way of using Encyclo in your plurilingual classroom.